Okay, for a print that was supposed to take just a little over a day and a half, I think it was, I'm at almost 50 hours. So the timing is off. And if you zoom in really close here, if I zoom in, you can see there are layer lines. They're a problem. There's a lot of this stuff going on. This is straight out of the box, no adjustments, no tweaking, just set it up, started printing. And I know I shouldn't have done that, but I wanted to see how it would do, because I will give it to the X1. When I first got it, I did the same thing. Started out with a print, put it right on the bed, went right to town with it, and it came out a heck of a lot better than this. Matter of fact, it came out almost perfect. So it could be just mine out of the box was just not exactly correct. Could have been something in shipping or whatever, but I'm gonna have to go in and calibrate a bunch of stuff and check a bunch of stuff and try and get this thing tuned in, and that's just a pain in the ass. You know, that's why I'm starting to think that maybe what I want to do is get away from FDM printing altogether and go straight to the resin printers. I've got the little Elegoo Mars 2 Pro, and I got the Saturn. I'd like to have the Jupiter, but I don't have that kind of money right now, and they're hard to come by. I printed this up yesterday and painted it and got it all put together today, and perfect. I mean, I didn't do but the very minimalistic of sanding, and I didn't even paint the black part. The black part, that was it, I think. Wait a minute, did I paint it? I might have painted it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The idea is that it came out quick. Now, obviously, it's a lot smaller print, but there's no layer lines, no nothing. It was a walk in the park compared to this kind of mess here. And this makes me want to just upchuck after all the money I spent on this printer. So, there you have it. Okay, 49 hours and 30-some minutes, and it's finished. The quality for the very first, with no adjustments, not that great. There's some layer line problems. It just doesn't look really good. I will say that the X1, first print off of it, I didn't have those kind of problems. But this does have the automatic bed leveling. It doesn't have a magnetic bed, which I wish it did. I'm gonna have to get one for it because they work great. I love them. It doesn't have the belt for the Z-axis to keep them aligned. Instead, it uses sensors, which is debatably maybe better. I don't know. I like them being together on the belt, but perhaps this is a better way. It can double check itself. I don't know. We'll see as time goes on. A couple of things that I did not like, though, was the fact that it does not have a USB port. It's got your computer port, and it's got a macro SD card port, but no micro SD card port and no USB port, which on the X1, it does have a computer port, and it has a USB port, and it has a micro SD card port, not a macro. So it does have that going for it. This does have the automatic bed leveling built in, whereas I had to add it with a BL Touch on the other. I did not like the fact that this axis screw here that this thing rotates on right here, it came loose. And this not only went backwards, but it also turned at a 45-degree angle backwards and started to cause some problems there, and could have jammed up the print or fell off and been a real issue. So that was not the greatest thing in the world. Spool holder, it's got a little play in it there. I don't know how good that is. We'll see as time goes on. And I definitely hate the fact that this power plug is very easy to knock loose. And everything is right here on the side in the way, so you have to use that extra space. So not only are you taking up big space for a big printer, but now you also have to waste all this extra space over here because of the power plug. You don't want to bump it. You don't want to bump any of these cables. You don't want to bump your spool. On the X1, it's just this space here, and that's it. There's nothing out the side here on either side. You do have the spool up on top, which some people worry about it causing vibration at the higher level prints, but some people will take the spool off and mount it to the ceiling and let it hang down, and then it's not even resting on the gantry at all. I did add the magnetic build plate, which these things are wonderful. I got to get one for my new machine. I had to install the BL Touch, which was a nightmare to install. The new ones, I believe, come with that already. Had to add the support for the cable to keep it from coming unplugged or getting out of whack. So there's some modifications, at least to the old X1, that I had to make. Some of those improvements are already in the new models, I'm sure. But overall, I would say it's not bad, but this is not what I expected for the first run. I expected a lot better quality out of this the first run without any adjustments. So I'll let you know on the next one how things go after we make the adjustments and the calibrations. Thanks.